Hello, welcome to B Keith's Broken Boats. I'm sat back in Eric, the Avon Navigation Trust tug, and yesterday we had to recover Eric because it lost his drive. So now I'm going to have an investigation into why. First thing I'm going to do is going to rip this plate off, have a look in this bellows in, see if I can see what's going on. I'll get it off and I'll show you. Okay, well that's what I can see inside there. See if I can just turn that in to look. And you see if I can get some light in there. With this cover off, actually you can't see much more by sticking my phone and everything in. So I'm gonna have to rip it to bits and have a look. But the first thing I'm going to do is drain the oil out of there, see if I've got any bits. Take this bung out. There is actually a filter behind here, or supposed to be. Okay, even though that's black, that looks pretty good, which is a good sign. Right, I'm just going to stick my finger in here and have a bit of a feel around, see if I can feel any bits in the bottom of the box which would indicate a gearbox failure, and there's nothing actually in there apart from oil. I'm pretty sure that inside there is supposed to be a filter. I'm just trying. I can feel it. Can't feel anything on it. Okay, I'm undoing this at the moment, this drive joint. I'm going to take this out and I'm going to slide this prop shaft all the way back there, and then that should give me enough room to get a hoist on this point here, undo this ring of bolts and slide the gearbox out so that I can get to the drive plate comfortably to work on it. So I'll show you in a minute. There you go, as if by magic, the magic of video. A minute later, this drive shaft joint, there it is now out. I've now got that much space to undo these bellows in bolts, slide that gearbox back and get it out so we can see the plate. Right, the anchor point for my hoist is up there. Now obviously that is not directly above the gearbox. So I've had to do a bit of impro with a ratchet strap to get that chain to drop straight down onto the gearbox. I'm not sure if this is going to work, so it could all end up down in there. But we'll have a go. Can't be too bad, can it? Let's try and get these last two bolts out. There is one more down there underneath, but it doesn't come all the way out, so I've got to try and inch the gearbox out and do that at the same time. But we'll see how it goes. Get this one right out, put that out of the way, get this one out, and we'll see if we can get it to move. I'm not going to take it all the way, just want to take it enough to get me a bit of movement. Okay, my legs out of the way. Just give that a little bit of tension on it. And there we have it. It's free. It's away. And away. I'll get this bolt right out now. Get it to swing out the way. And then we can lift it up and have a good look. See if I can see exactly what's going on. That's that bolt. And like I say, I've got another one down here. That's free. And remember to put that one back in. Oh, I think it's due the shaft. I'm just going to try and feed a bit of this ratchet strap. And it's free. It's definitely the drive shaft that's gone, the drive plate that's gone. It has done a bit of damage to the shaft. Let's see if I can feed a bit of ratchet strap through, so that I can start to get it out the way. Nearly there. Quite on it. That's it then. Away. Okay, there's the shaft. You can see there's a little bit of spline damage there. That's where the spline on the inside of that drive plate is completely gone. It's smooth there. And that's why Eric's lost his drive. Let's get this plate off. 916. Okay. That makes it easy. That was tight. Lovely jubbly. There's lots of steel falling out the bottom of that as it comes off. That's it, we're ready. There's the drive plate. I don't know if you can see, but in this hole here, that's supposed to have splines. They have all completely gone. In actual fact, I'll show you the splines. The splines are now in here a swarf. That's the splines that were in that shaft. Let's get all this cleaned up, see if I can find another drive plate here. The splines on the gearbox, there is a bit of wear. I've got a new drive plate. Nice. Shiny new splines, if you can see in there. And we're going to get this on. There's a bolt on there. Right, once I've got all those bolts in and started, just going to whiz them up quick with this impact gun, go all the way around. Once I've nipped them up with that impact gun, I'm just going around with a ratchet by hand, doing my final pull down of each bolt. Just a good nip needed on all of them. If I do it by hand, I know exactly how tight they are. There's no guesswork. I know it's all tight. And that's the drive plate installed. Okay, gearbox is going back in. Ratchet strap set up. Hoist down onto the top of the gearbox. Ready to lower away. Put a bit of lubrication on that input shaft. A bit of lubrication in there. Just to help things along. Because of the wear on the input shaft and everything, this is a new gearbox. There was a couple of issues inside, so what it does is a tug. We wanted it to be right. I've lowered the gearbox down so far, and now I'm using the ratchet strap to pull it towards the engine. And as I'm doing that, I should pull it towards the engine with the ratchet strap and lower it down with the hoist to bring it all together. A bit more. And that's away. And it's in. Oh dear. Just going to bolt in at the top. Just hold it. I'm going to get that bolt in at the bottom now. It's in there. Get that just lodged in. Okay. And that's in. And we're away. Right, so we're just going to put all the rest of these bell housing bolts in and then nip them all up, and then that gearbox to be home and secure. Okay, going to put the rod on now that holds the gear changed cable. This is what secures the cable to allow it to operate forwards and reverse. I'm going to whack that in, a couple of bolts, and then after this it'll be the drive joint. I'm just connecting up the gear cable now to that gear lever. Got the Morse controller set in the middle at neutral, so that should adjust the ball joint so it's all nice and square, and whack it in. Job done. Right, now I'm just checking the alignment on the drive shaft. I've got it's like a peg that is exactly the same size as the hole in the two flanges. And I just want to make sure that that peg slides in and out of there smoothly, and that's a pretty good indication that the drive shaft joint will be in line. Now I will have a bit of adjustment to do to this because it is a new gearbox. The engine's got to come up a bit. Let's get the gearbox flange back in line. Obviously, new gearbox. Okay, so I've slackened the top engine mountings, and then there's a adjuster nut underneath the mounting, which if you wind that up, it picks the engine up. You just want to pick it up until that peg in the drive shaft slips in and out of its opposing holes. If that goes in and out smoothly, then that's my indication that all that joint is in line. So it's not quite doing it, so I've just got to pick the engine up a little bit more. Now with some fiddling and tweaking, I've got that bolt there sliding in and out of that drive joint nicely. So wipe the sweat off, get my big spanner and tighten those rear engine mountings down, and then I'll get the drive joint in. Now I've slipped the drive shaft joint in. You've got to pay attention when you put these in because they go in one way. So make sure it's the right way round because it's all in line. I get a prop shaft, that all slides up nicely. And now I'm going to tighten that up and we'll be away. I will check the alignment. There is an alignment checking on it. I've done it in a previous video. I'm not going to go through it now. If you subscribe, you go back, you can see me fitting a brand new drive joint to this particular tug, and I'll go through it, exactly how to set it all up there. And now here's what you want when you're in a hot day in a steel box, a nice warm cup of coffee. Oh well, bit of moisture, it all helps. Right, so I'm going to go round now, tighten up all this drive joint, get it all nice and tight. Put some engine oil in the gearbox. Put some oil in the gearbox. It is actually 1540 engine oil. And once I've got that in the gearbox, we'll be away to go. I've got a few other jobs to do to Eric before I can actually kick it in the guts and try it. But that's the drive plate changed. I'd like to thank you all for watching. And if you liked what you saw, don't forget, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. I'd just like to thank Darcy and Scout for supplying me with this bit of artwork for Keith's Broken Boats and other stuff. Thank you very much. I think I should be using this as my new channel logo. Thanks again. And don't forget, like, subscribe and do everything else YouTube videos need to get on. Thanks a lot. Catch you on the next one. Bye.